Boom! Hello, and welcome back to part 5 of the 9-part series, Pin Tumbler Mastery. In part 5, how to pick standard pins, you'll learn how to apply light tension, the pin setting rhythm, recognizing true versus false feedback, and common mistakes and things to practice. So the first thing we need to do is our research. Alright, I looked it up, and the Sikuro 50mm padlock should only have 4 pins. I don't expect any anti-pick or security pins in there. It is an older lock that's been out in the weather, so there may be some crud in here. So let's go ahead and get in the vise and see what happens. So the first thing we're going to do is a pin count. 1, 2, 3, 4, and nothing. So 4 pins. They all have their springs are working. They all have good spring tension on them. From the keyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do bottom of the keyway tension. And I'm going to use, because of the amount of space in there, I'm going to use a short hook. Okay, my pin setting technique is scan, find the binder, lift, set, and then rescan. And I just keep on doing that again and again. So I scan for the binder, I scan the pins, I find the binder, I lift it until set, and then I rescan. And I just keep on doing that again and again until all the pins are at shear line and the lock opens. So I'm going to start with light tension. If I don't find any binders, I'll increase the tension just a little bit. Okay, here's pin 1. Pin 1 is not binding. Go to continue to scan. Pin 2, not binding. Continue to scan. Pin 3, nothing. It's a spongy spring returned. Continue to scan. Pin 4. Okay, pin 4 is binding. Let's see if we can set this and get a noise on. Okay, I just felt a very minute change in my tension tool, so I believe pin 4 is set. Continue to scan. Pin 1, nothing. Pin 2, a little bit. Okay, so that's probably false feedback. I think that was just grit. So that wasn't a binding. That was just false grit in the springs or in the pin chamber. Okay, pin 3, and it opened. Okay, so I first got pin 4 at the shear line. I came back, I rescanned. 1 nothing, 2 nothing. 2 I found some false feedback. It wasn't binding, it was just some grit in the pin chamber. Okay, let's go over some common mistakes to avoid. Okay, probably one of the most common mistakes is too much tension on the tension tool. And what that'll cause is oversetting, because you're going to put pressure on it, you're going to put pressure on that pin, that you're going to put pressure, and then when it gives, since there's so much pressure on it, you're just going to drive it into an overset situation. Okay, another common mistake is rushing through the pins. Okay, you need to identify each pin, know what pin you're on, find the top of it, and then explore it, whether it has tension or not. Okay, just don't go in there and kind of guess and just start pushing down. You need to know what pin you're on, the top of the pin, and then explore it, see if it has tension on it. Another common mistake is once you set a pin, not starting over. Okay, you just set a pin and then you go back to what you think is going to be the next pin. Okay, later on in your picking career that may work for you, but when you're starting out, after you go all the way through the stack, whether you set a pin or not, you come back to one, and as soon as you set one pin, everything in that lock changes. Okay, another common mistake is ignoring feedback. When you're exploring these pins, you may get the very slightest amount of binding, and what that can tell you is, one, you're not putting enough tension on it. Okay, another common mistake is when you do find a binding pin, too aggressively setting it. And what that does is it'll overshoot the shear line and you'll overset it. Another problem is when you overset, just trying to muscle your way through the lock again. If you overset and you know you overset, just release that tension just a little bit, get that pin back to shear line or below it, and then start over. Okay, now let's go over a couple things that you want to practice on. Okay, all right, get a 4-pin lock. Get a 4 or 5 pin lock that doesn't have any security pins in it, and work that lock until you've picked it, and then work that lock again and again and again. Repeat the same lock multiple times until you can consistently, reliably open that lock. Okay, once you can consistently, reliably open that lock, move on to another lock. But don't move on to another lock until you can consistently, reliably open that lock. And every time you do, every time you set a pin, you're learning something. Also, once you can consistently, reliably open a lock, start playing around with the tension. Okay, try and do it with less tension. Try doing it with more tension. And when you do that, you're going to learn a tremendous amount, and you're going to learn how important understanding tension and achieving the right tension for that specific lock is. Also, try different hooks. And then once you're completely confident in that lock, start going to tighter and tighter keyways. Okay, always go to a more difficult type of lock. And by practicing those things, it will set you up for success for part 6, how to pick security pins. Well, that's all I have for you today. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you very much.